Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples.
By now, you've likely heard about Bishop Marianne Budd taking a jab at Donald Trump during her sermon at the National Cathedral. She criticized his views on illegal immigration and his belief in the basic distinction between boys and girls. The whole scene was as over the top as you'd expect, and the reactions from Trump's team were pure gold. Now I'll show you how Trump fired back in classic fashion with a post on Truth Social. Trump fired back at this so-called bishop's remarks with a Truth Social post, pointing out that she conveniently ignored the large number of illegal migrants who have committed crimes in the U.S. Despite her woke, gaslighting rhetoric disguised as Christian teaching, Trump remains focused on the real issue: removing criminal migrants who are here illegally. And if you listen to Tom Homan, it's clear Trump is already delivering on the promises he made to the American people.
President in my lifetime, he's back. Because in 2 days, the last 24 hours, total apprehensions on the southwest border, 766. Compare that to the 10 to 12,000 Biden had at one time. CBP-1 releases, 0. CHNV, Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela releases, 0. Total of 766 across the entire southwest border. But right now, as we said repeatedly, and the President Trump's been clear, we're concentrating on the worst first. The public safety threats, the national security threats. And just yesterday, in the last 24 hours, ICE arrested over 308 serious criminals. Some of them were murderers, some of them were rapists, some of them raped a child, some were sexual assault of a child. So ICE is doing their job, and they're prioritizing just as the president said they would. So the ICE is performing excellent right now out in the field, and they're going to continue every day.
Trump has already taken massive strides to address the border issue in less than 48 hours as president. Now that's what effective, decisive, America First leadership looks like. His actions speak louder than any sermon.